You put your goal. You want to go to Jannah? Of course you do. You cannot go to Jannah with ignorance. You need to study. And you need to study as you study whatever profession you have. You need to put the Quran and the knowledge of Allah as important. May He forgive me, but I want to be practical. As important as your children and your spouse and your beauty and your home and your exercise and your diet. We don't. We put everything, and then I come at the night and I am dead tired. I pick up the Quran and I'm sleeping. Assalamu alaikum. As a gynecologist, and how did you study Quran, Islamic studies, while also living with the responsibilities of the dunya? You make priorities. You make priorities. How does the woman with 4 kids and she works full time and she's a wife and she is a daughter takes care of all this? You prioritize. You put priorities. Right? You have to be at 9 o'clock at work. You're going to go to work at 9 o'clock. You need to come back, and at 6 o'clock, you need to put dinner on the table, whether you order, whether you cooked before, whatever it is, right? If you have a 1-year-old, you need to breastfeed. You're going to make time. Am I correct? Same thing. But we don't look at it. Again, remember what I said. We don't look at studying Islamic studies, memorizing the Quran, right? Being in Allah's path as something I have to do, like I have to take care of my children. We don't. I spend 4 or 5 hours in the kitchen cooking something because I like it, I love it, or I have guests coming. I cannot spend 30 minutes every day studying one hadith of Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. One hadith. And for those of you who know Arabic, it's easy. If you don't know Arabic, it's not a big deal anymore. Everything is translated. All the books I wanted to teach the students in Jannah Institute, and I wanted to teach the original books, all of them are translated. I was like, Rabbi lak alhamd. The answer is priority and efficiency. You put your goal. You want to go to Jannah? Of course you do. You cannot go to Jannah with ignorance. You need to study. And you need to study as you study whatever profession you have. You need to put the Quran and the knowledge of Allah as important. May He forgive me, but I want to be practical. As important as your children and your spouse and your beauty and your home and your exercise and your diet. We don't. We put everything, and then I come at the night and I am dead tired. I pick up the Quran and I'm sleeping. So it's not impossible. Is it time?
Yeah.
9:20. Is it time for us? No, Iqama is at 9:45. So basically, each one of you, and I'm not trying to scare you, studying especially the obligations of this deen is not a luxury, it's a responsibility. Each one of you will be asked, why didn't you know what are the pillars of Salah? Why didn't you know what breaks your fast? And every year in Ramadan, I got the same question. To the point I was like, Ya Allah, mata sanu'allim al-ummah. When is this ummah gonna memorize? When you get your cycle, 5 minutes before the Maghrib, you need to break your fast. But I fasted all the day. I know. You still have to break it. This needs to be ABCs. Like, if I ask, especially those of you who are in middle age, give me a recipe for a rice. Everybody will give me a recipe. You're not going to even think about it. Why do you know how to make a rice and you don't know what to break your fast? Priority. This will be the last question, so I can go out, and I promised all of you, whoever still did not sign the book, and we can get ready for Aisha. If the block is in your family, how can you, remove that? It's not a thing, it's a person, like a spouse. Meaning, it's a very good question. The obstacle or the hurdle, remember what I told you, it's usually us. But the hurdle in my path to Allah, someone very close to me, will be harder than a husband if it is your parents or it's your children, because you cannot cut them. These are your blood relationship. You can't cut them. There's no Jannah, and you have cut your blood relationship, even if they are kuffar. Absolutely. Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, his uncle was kafir, right? It doesn't matter. They are your blood relationship. You have to keep it. I don't care what they did to you or did to me. Now come the spouse. And this is especially for the young and mothers who have children at age of marriage. Make sure the person who is marrying your children, she or he, they are pleasing to Allah. Don't put money number one, and don't put family number one, and don't put ethnicity number one, and don't put career number one. And you're going to say, but he doesn't pray. Oh, he will pray later. If he was not rich, but he goes to Fajr, you don't say he will get rich later on, because that's my nafs. So if the spouse is the block. This needs a lot of dissection, I call it. What's the level? If this man is preventing me from the obligations, that's the time when I ask for divorce. If this man does not allow me to pray or fast, or he forced me to do haram, I am leaving, because I am not going to sell my akhirah for my dunya. If these are not the case, but he's not helping you, that's a choice you made when you were younger. If he is not blocking you, then you keep going. You keep going. He tells you, I'm not coming with you to the masjid, you go. I'm not going to fast Ramadan, but you fast. He's not blocking you from obeying Allah. And he's a good man and everything else. I will not say, oh, go and get divorced right away. Because that's the whole community. Most of the people will get divorced. And you never know that no, really, these are realities. You see what I see or the questions I get. These are realities. And if, by the way, from both sides, don't you think it's only the husband? I've seen it from wives also, which is just like, wow, what happened to us? But if she or he is letting you do what you want to do, but there is one trick in here, is this is affecting the children, which most of the time the answer is absolutely. Then you have to really think about it. Actually, to be honest with you, spouses are the easiest. You know why? Because there's a way out. I'm not saying you need to go and end your marriage, but it is not like a blood relation. If this is your mother, I've seen this. Talk to the reverts and talk about and listen to their struggle. This is your mother. This is your father. This is your sister. This is your son. These are all realities. Realities, get real. Go out and talk to people and see the obstacles they are facing. Sometimes you say, you know what? I'm just going to make dua for you. Because I'm not going to tell her, cut it off with your mother. Young people, the mother says, if you're going to put that hijab on you, you're not my daughter anymore. What are you going to do? And she comes and asks you. So the spouse, again, look, what is it? And then may Allah make it easy.